Hey, today I'm going to be talking about how you can become a real estate investor in the US, even if you're a non-citizen. And to help me out with these issues and be able to provide all of those information that you need or require, I have here with me Mr. J, who is a mortgage or lender expert, and he's going to provide us with all of that information that you'll be seeking for so that you can know what is the next step. And Mr. J, first and foremost, I want to ask, what are the requirements for a non-citizen to own or buy a piece of real estate in the U.S.?
Well, so the best option out there right now is called the DSCR program. It's a debt service coverage ratio loan. So the client doesn't even have to have a job, doesn't have to have credit in the United States. They're non-citizen loans. It's 25% down minimum investment, and the rates are going to vary depending upon how much of that debt service is covered by the mortgage, by the renter. So that's what we have to figure out. Keep our clients to put that household rent to, and then we can kind of come up with the program moving forward for that.
Great. Then what type of property are the minimum amount required to invest in real estate in U.S.?
About any property out, any single family residence, townhomes, things like that. Condos get tricky. Condos are tricky anyway, based upon the owner occupancy rates and some of the insurances that they don't have. So, but I would say any townhome or U.S. property that's a single family residence.
What about triplex? What about the multi-family, like apartment complex?
I don't know about apartment complex. I do residential real estate. That's the commercial side.
Okay.
Commercial real estate's vastly different.
Okay.
So I would not know about that. I would highly doubt they would have those types of programs that I'm speaking of. But they're business loans too, so they're more make sense type of deals. So, but I can definitely use something that does that.
Okay. So you basically focus on single family, residential.
Yeah. Up to fourplexes.
Fourplexes.
Right.
Great. Okay. Nice. And how would the client transfer your funds? Let's say they are based outside.
They're going to open a U.S. bank account and transfer the funds from their bank account to a U.S. bank account.
Does that has the specific amount you can transfer so that they don't get flagged by the legal or?
I've done transfers of hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Okay.
You want to get it started sooner rather than later, depending on what country you're from.
Okay.
But it's pretty seamless right now.
Nice. How long does the whole process take from start to closing? Let's say today is the 16th of June.
Right.
And if we happen to bring this buyer, person who is willing to invest in real estate by buying this single family, how long will it take everything to be done?
So it's a trick question. If they plan on closing here in the United States, we could probably pull that off on 30 days. If they're going to close back home, they have to close at a U.S. embassy. That takes time. They have to schedule an appointment. They have to go there. They'll get the package back by DHL. There's no guarantee of when that package comes back. It could be a day or two. It could be 7 days. Right? So we want to plan for a 45-day close on that type of product for sure.
Okay, you brought something very striking. You said if they are planning to close here, the person hasn't traveled before.
Right.
They're based in, let's say, West Africa, Nigeria, Ghana,
right,
or any of those East Africa, Kenya, and the rest of it. They haven't been to the United States.
Right.
How would they not come and close a house that they haven't traveled before? Would there be any restrictions or limitations?
You have to get your visa sorted. You have a travel visa or get a visa.
Okay, is there somebody that can help in processing of those visas? Or?
I mean, I don't personally know, but I know the lawyers that would love to try to help them.
Okay.
But again, they don't have to come here. They can close at the U.S. embassy in their country.
Yeah.
You just have to. It's hard to get in. It takes some time. You got to get on the list and show up, and that's the hard part about it is because we can get flighty over there with some of those appointments.
Okay. Does buying an investment property grant the buyer any legal residence status? No. Okay, so that is a different ballgame.
Matter of fact, if they have legal status here, they can't do the specific law.
Okay.
Because then they have to have U.S. credit, U.S. job, everything else. So it's really simple when they're true born national. It's actually super simple. If that house cash flows, they're approved.
Okay. So again, let me kind of reframe my other questions. Most people, you say they're going to provide a proof of income and all of that. Most people are business owners and they don't have like a regular pay stubs and check account. What if they have a check account and money coming in and out? Can they use that too?
Well, again, this specific loan program, the DSCR program, doesn't require that. No job. You don't even ask. It's all about that house renting. What's it rent for? Does it cover the mortgage? If it does, they're approved.
Nice. So they don't really need to have a job. If they can have their own business.
Right. That's it. Now, there are programs for people that are self-employed that we can use their bank statements to calculate income. We calculate deposits, and there's certain ways of doing that to come up with income. There's also asset depletion programs out there where you take their assets, as long as they cover for 3 or 4 years or 1.5 times the cost of the home, you have to do for that. A lot of different programs out there. It's called the Wall Street money. It's called a non-QM product. So it's non-Fannie Freddie Mac type of loan programs out there. They're very interesting and very powerful, I think.
Nice. And where would the closing location be? I know you already said that they can close it in the United States or they close it in their home country, but they have to have an appointment. And these days, it takes a longer time for the appointment to be set. So let's say we have everything set, like 45 days, and they can't close because they don't have an appointment overseas. How do we resolve it?
You extend the contract. You have no other way around it.
Okay.
You have to close it in the sea.
Do they have a special processing for people that are buying investment so they don't join the regular line or queue?
I have no idea. I don't know. I would not think so. Basically, you're going there for the U.S. notary. So all they're doing is notarizing your documents. So a lot of people get their stuff notarized. It's not, being in a real estate transaction wouldn't be special. So I wouldn't think there is.
And let me kind of find out, if they buy a property and if they have like a minimum property they need to buy, is it going to be a $300,000 home, a $500,000 home, a $1 million? How much is required?
I mean, the only requirement is that it doesn't get too low because the banks can't make any money on it. So there's laws in place to where there's a 3% rule on some of these loans where you can't charge more than X amount of money on fees. And the title company fees eat up all that. Mortgage companies left with like they can't legally close it against a $50,000 loan.
Yeah.
So but anything $200,000 is fine.
From 200,000 and
I would think, you know what I mean?
Now, if they buy this house, say in the month of July, and they started making payments on the mortgage, can they come back and pay it off within 6 months, within 1 year, and they prepare for that?
Depends on which program we go with. There are some penalties on some of these loans, but not all. You buy out of the prepayment penalty, it's either cost fee or a higher rate of payment. So it just depends on how we set it up.
So now, right now that the real estate market is on the buyer's side, the buyer has more control in the market than the seller because there are more houses in the inventory than ever before. Do you think this is a better time for somebody to jump into real estate investing in the U.S.?
I think always a time to jump in.
So this
real estate typically doubles every 10 years. Might as well get started.
Right. So for somebody who just have their properties all based in their home country, you think U.S. is a better place for them to start investing in real estate?
I wouldn't know that market. I'd have to know that market to know if it's a better opportunity or not. But I know typically real estate in the United States doubles every 10 years. So long as it cash flows, or even a negative cash flow situation, if you're buying in the right area, it's a good 401k, right? So once your initial investment's made, you lose a little bit of money every month, but your values are going up. It's not a bad deal. You're paying down your mortgage, you're earning equity a couple different ways. So, but you can cash flow a couple $100 a month, and get a nice your house is sitting in a nice area in Houston or Texas in general,
Right.
you're golden. Can't go wrong.
Okay. So we gonna try to provide this information to people who have some money instead of them buying some of those luxury cars and stuff they don't need.
Right.
So investing in real estate, which is gonna be a very good for the generational wealth, is a goal.
Right.
Okay.
Very good. Very good goal.
Right. So we
Those
got
millionaires that make real estate.
correct. A lot of millionaires, and up to this moment, real estate benefits a lot of people because of the tax benefits.
Right.
So in this case, given what we've said so far, I know you do have a forms application for that I can actually send to potential buyers, and they can look it up and see exactly what they want to see. And if they like the options that's going to be on the application, they can start applying for that, right?
Yes, sir.
And once they apply, how long does it take to respond to the application?
Well, we're not checking anything. I'm talking to you about what you think the house will rent for. I'll go online and double check it, see what comps I can find, all about the rent roll analysis. So we don't control that. So it comes up to the realtor to give me the good data. Not the data they want to see, but the real data. A lot of times I get people say, I can rent this for X, Y, and Z. I pull the comps, it's nowhere close. The appraiser's going to go online to HAR to find out what's been renting in that neighborhood, and that's the cost. It's a $4,000 square foot house. If it's renting at $4,000 a month, you're not going to get $6,000 a month. You're going to get about $4,000 a month. That's kind of what we look at.
Okay. All right. So in that case, Mr. J already said all that you need or you want to hear. So the next step is providing you that forms that you can go online and fill it out, and then we can structure your application or your loan based on the information you provide, and also tell you how you need to provide all of this information so that he can get you started. And they don't have to do anything special other than providing you those requirements.
Yeah, basically we're looking at proof of funds
Proof of funds.
and rent roll out.
Okay. So they don't need to be worried about all of the noise and the media and all of that. We know we can help them out and get them set on the journey on real estate investment.
100%. I do a bunch of these.
And I know you have clients across sub-Saharan Africa. Can you tell them more and how many of those the clients you've worked with in different countries?
I mean, I've got Kenya's, Nigeria's, Ghana, South Africa. So I've done a lot of loans with in the African nation. And, I can't tell you how many. A lot.
Thank you so much,
sir.
Mr. J, for providing us this opportunity. And I'm going to go ahead and share this information and also provide you a link where you can go online and fill the applications, and Mr. J will take it up from there and see how we can structure you for the loan application. Thank you again for coming.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.